Yebo.
Hello. We are here once again. How
Yeah.
are you?
I am fabulous. And yourself, Mr. K?
I am wonderful, thank you.
BK. I think I'm gonna start calling you BK.
No
BK.
thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Are
My son is
you,
say
how
to
are
me,
you?
me,
Huh?
no, huh?
Your son is?
My son used to say that when he was 1. No thanks. Or 2, I forget. When he learned to talk. No thanks.
What right, Mar?
I'm fine. I'm tired a little bit. I slept like
You
2-ish
by the
hours.
fireplace.
Huh?
You are so by the fireplace.
I
You
know,
are
but the
so by
fire
the
won't bloody
fireplace.
come on. I'm like, what's this now?
I gave you the secrets, bruh.
I know, but I think they sell me funny wood. They put it in plastic bags. I think it gets moist.
But you need to dry it out. Let's see if I can do this as well.
Yeah, Pella, I know last minute. We are telling a man, it's like,
Mm,
Anyways, we are
mm.
talking about definition of a best friend today. What's
Love,
a best friend to
woman
you?
love. Of course you are.
Chef?
Woman love 365, not only on Women's Day.
Yeah.
Get yours. Support, man. Let's
Get
support
you,
this business.
get you one. It's not even support, it's just
Mm,
supporting yourself. It's educating yourself.
thank you.
I call it a
Mm,
gentle guide on how to coexist as men and women. You know,
true.
we're not
Because I'm not
preaching.
the quarter paying you die.
Mm,
It's the quarter
mine
payer
too.
and it's level.
Udlunjal.
Mm,
Ah, nice. Mine's in the bread.
oh,
Samish. That
akopela.
is Samish, like
Actually,
ramen from the 5th floor.
mina ngikopelile, by the way.
I
When
do
you said it,
inspire.
I'm like, aibo. Mm,
I aim to inspire.
of course, but you do.
Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah, what's on your mind
but
about the best friend? You seem to like that chapter.
I do actually. Another thing, I was just curious about Kata Boys way back then. Like, with the I keep on. I wanna know. I wanna know. But hey everybody. I hope you're well, nice and warm on this freezing day. From yesterday, Anish, Ibanda from Izolo, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we hope you're nice and warm. And yeah, let's keep each other company and let's talk.
Mm.
Let's talk love. Let's talk love. By the way, we've come up with the name, and it is drumroll. It is
Love Madness with Linda. This is episode 3.
yeah.
So we named it after we had the discussion, which you saw. We then named the show. So by the time I put the show up, we'd named it. And then, wow, you saw us discussing our show, but you're really watching the show. And that's the beauty of the internet.
Mm. Yebo, yebo.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
know what's on your
Definition
mind
of a
about
best
the chapter.
definition. Oh, can we just like recognize the hair, please? Like, good. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Crisscross up in here.
Like you look so good and then you're
Crisscross.
gonna look better. How you outdo
Anyway,
great.
by doing greatness,
Ah, there you go.
just adding the nails.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, want to give me a quick run through, just like an overview.
Yeah,
You
when I
like
wrote this
totally crushed
chapter,
me.
huh?
You crushed me last time. You totally crushed me last time.
Yeah,
There were
me
like
too.
pieces of my heart all over the floor. So pick
Okay,
them up, bro. Put them back together.
I do. Um,
Yeah,
best friends, right? A friend. One
yeah.
of the things about a friend is they support you when you make positive change. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
are always exploring. As teenagers, you're trying to discover what kind of man you're going to be. You're rebelling against society, against your parents because you want to be what you want to be. And then we grow at different paces. And as we grow, you let go of some certain things, you pick up certain habits, and and when you get a little bit older, you realize who's a real friend because some people say yes, 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 yes. Let's destroy ourselves. Let's do this crazy thing. Some people may say yes sometimes, but most sometimes they say, "Bro, I'm not sure we should do that," and they pull you back. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, navigating relationships with your friends. Their friends will encourage you to cheat. Their friends will encourage you not to cheat. So I'm just appreciating a good guy, good friend, you know, a positive character. And I even saying that thing that I'd be happy to have a son like him because he's just a brilliant guy. You know, I love
Mm-hmm.
when I see people who are the South African dream, where if in a perfect world, if you could choose how a black kid would turn out, that's how your friend is. And if you could choose however other race would turn out in South Africa, most of my friends are those kinds of people that, you know, we're over the mess and now we get to choose what kind of people we're going to be. And these are good people, you know. So he's like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant brother.
Mm.
Mm.
By the way, his name is Milo.
His name is Milo.
Um, yeah. Shout out again, Milo. Hope you watch this.
Mm.
And yeah. So um, yeah, best friend. For me, I think the best friend is a lot of things. I usually say, which I don't make friends, I make family. Because most of the time, my best friends become like my family. They become my brothers. I have
Right.
a few very small circle of girlfriends that I call friends and girls who are girls,
Mm.
but mostly are male, and so it takes a lot for a person to become your best friend. Like you said, that's I think one of the things which I just wanna clear make clear. Ukuthi, these what we're talking about, these are our views, ne?
Right.
Just mine and Brian and Nani out there. You'll have your own views, which is why we have this thing for to start debate and not even debate, just like regular talking. Let's talk, let's engage, let's talk about different things. So yeah, so I found this really interesting because abangani, oh, abangani, they can make you or break you, like you said, they
So
make
true.
you or break you. And some, um, I think mine have made me um, and broken me, but still, it was, I think, the biggest thing at the end of the day is you. You choose whichever way you want to go. Which, okay, this is right for me, this is wrong for me. My character and my path does not agree with this. Noma kukuthi, I love doing it. Yabo? Futhi
Right.
lezi ey'gangayo lezi ziyathandeka futhi, you know?
Hey, mischief is fun.
So, of course.
Mm.
So I think with my best friends, shout out to them. They're a bit of both. They get me into or I get them into trouble. And then and then I shout at them as well. But nah, but it's the same thing. So yeah, that's why I think this is a very important chapter. So yeah, there's a few things that I wanted to ask. Ne?
Mm.
Um, um, so Milo is married, by the way. People, Milo is married. So shout out to those black brothers who are doing justice to us as women, you know, and not just with this relationship and forever. Yabo? Nah, but I'm fatal, yo. So anyway, um, uh, okay. Now you talk about in your early days, in your younger life, when you were still in school, I presume, ukuthi, um, there was some financial problems, moral poverty, and and was that um, all that led you to saying you were a prematurely progressive man?
Well, he was prematurely progressive. He
Oh,
was,
he was. Oh, okay.
yeah, he
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
wisdom of a parent, even though he was younger than
Uh,
me by a year. He had this
oh, yeah,
wisdom
yeah,
where,
yeah. Sorry
where
about
he'd
that.
call you to
Mm,
order. He'd call you
mm,
to order. Certain things that you think are cool, you think I'm being a man if I do this here. He'd look at you like you're ridiculous, like you're stupid. What the hell are you doing? And he just
mm,
wouldn't. He wasn't with the stupid stuff. Like for example, he never made his pants sag. His thing was he wouldn't
really?
tuck in his shirt. I remember that much about him.
Uh,
He wouldn't tuck in his shirt, but his pants never ever sagged. It's like I'm not making
mm,
my pants sag, and we're rappers.
mm.
So that was interesting
Uh,
about him. He was like I call him like the
that was
perfect
the
Trey.
swag.
Huh?
That, that was part of. That was the package of the swag.
And you're right, because we're rappers. Like yeah, like he was into Bone Thugs, I was into Dog Pound, and we compared like who's better.
Mm,
But basically, I was
definitely lazy bone.
I'm from the
Definitely lazy bone. I just had to say that.
uh, he looks like Crazy actually. He likes Crazy and DJ Quick, and he looks like both of them. I like Lazy.
Mm,
They say I look like Lazy. I used to like Lazy the
ah,
most. Um,
me too. I love it.
but yeah, no, it's just I don't want to embarrass him too much, because the point of adding that chapter in there is not about him necessarily, of adding it in the
Mm,
book, even though it was about him.
mm,
It's about the fact that
mm,
we ended up talking about how we treat women badly, and us brothers should
mm,
change that. I remember one of his visits
mm,
because he's in Joburg now. We just spoke for hours, and he was just like, you know, that's what I mentioned in the chapter. I'd broken up with Blue Music, my second love, and she had said, "You act like being loyal is a gift to women," and I'm like,
mm-hmm.
not everyone does
Did
it, and
you?
he agreed. It's like it is a gift because not 1% of black men don't cheat. I thought that was hilarious. And of course, the new thing now is black men don't cheat. But he was saying, if you
Uh
find a
huh.
man who doesn't cheat, that's something precious. That's a gift to you. It is a gift. Because she was telling me, I think, because I was like, why are you so upset? I was good to you and I didn't cheat on you. And I was like, so that was her
Mm.
response. Um, but my point is that, he always has my back.
Brian, hold up a bit. I kind of agree with her on a certain level, to a
Yeah.
certain level. Because I think she was saying it from a place where it shouldn't even be debatable. It should
Right.
come with the package yoguti. We are in a relationship, so there should be no cheating. As in sure versus Leo Guti, um if a brother, because brothers do this, now again you must just fall. So manje, if you don't, it's like you're this free god now.
No, I
As in
agree.
sure,
I
mm,
agree. But look at his reasoning. He said because not, comma,
I
not, no,
do.
comma.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's because uh, it's a special situation. It's a state of emergency.
yeah,
So, it's not business as usual. What do
yeah,
they say? It's business unusual. You know, um,
definitely.
we don't get in trouble for doing certain things wrong to women, us men. We don't get in trouble
Mm,
just like you guys. But for
yeah,
us, there's so much glory to the bad things we do. We are praised for it. You are the man. You're a player.
uh,
You're a pimp, and it's all these things that make you respected that are harmful to women.
mm,
See,
mm,
so you break some innocent girl's heart. You were chasing her for weeks and months and days, trying to get her phone number. She agreed to be your girl, and Maybe you're a first, and now you're doing other stuff. And she's heartbroken because maybe she was trying to save herself for marriage, or save it for the person she will marry, or save it for just a real relationship, and you are just trying to play. So
mm,
we become praised for that. I
mm.
have a friend, another friend, who was mad at me for being in a relationship, you know? And Milo was defending me. He's
Well,
like, bro, leave the guy alone, he's in love. And this guy is like,
mm,
a lot of guys were dissing me. There's a song called Good Things to Beloved, it's my first love. And I say my friends, we lost focus, my friends didn't approve. It wasn't him. He was the only one defending me. Everyone was dissing me like Brian is whipped. Brian is what is this
mm,
guy? He said his ass whipped, you know? And
mm,
I'm thinking, what the
mm,
hell? I've been with quite a few women. I'm
mm,
19. I love this woman. She's beautiful. She gives me everything I need, you know? There's no
mm,
need to venture out there. She's
mm,
beautiful. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe I'm with her when I look at her. But you
mm,
got guys making fun of me. And he was right there, like,
mm.
leave the guy alone. So it's
But
just one of those things.
I think Fuji, it's also the thing you would you pee web, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Web and
Yeah.
stuff, which is glorified. Um, if Kuguti you're not, you just tapping it, and then yeah, just Uguti it's like a trophy under you. I
Yeah.
got that, like
Mm.
and which is so irritating. It's just
Yeah, that's
so
wrong, man.
annoying.
And then some women
Ah,
become
it,
vengeful now. You meet this angry woman, you don't know what the hell happened. Uh, and she's just, because that's what happened to her. She gave everything to a guy or two, and then she realized this guy is unserious about us. Okay, I also won't be serious. And then she meets a serious guy, but she's not serious. And now the whole thing is off balance, you know?
now, even if Uguti, this is what starts stigmas. In my opinion, this is what um starts stigmas because we are all righty and you fall in love and you're
Hey.
thinking, oh, he's calling me, oh, he's checking up on me and whatever. But I think in high school or at that age, we're not even taught what love is, what it should, how it should be, what it should contain, what it means, the true essence of love and loving yourself first
Mm,
before you can appreciate what you're getting and be able to give that same out in return. So uma ngabe ukuthi then I get burnt, obviously I'm going to be revengeful. I'm going to dump your ass, firstly, but I'm going to be spiteful after that. Yeah, but
right.
so whatever the ninja comes my way, I'm going to be like, I was then. I'm going to show you.
Now, depending
Yeah,
who you
but
are, of course.
now, exactly. But izinto enjalo. I'm not gonna specify on statistics because angwazi, but most women are like that. So we
Mm,
carry this torch. We have these scars because you try and try and try again because it's in our nature
mm,
to give you guys that chance, but you get broken so many times,
mm,
and then you end up saying nonsense. Sobakhombisa nam. I can do
mm,
this. And let me tell you something. When a woman switches up and flips the script, we can play 10 times better than you. Like,
well,
you can't play. I'm telling you, you can't play. You have no game whatsoever. A woman can live with you for 20 years and be in two or three other relationships ungazi uyisinayi lesi sokuqala sokugcina akubuke nje like you be going out ngiyakuthanda sithando sami and be like
well, yeah.
you know
That's my other bad friend was like that. I called him my worst friend. He was like, a woman can keep a secret like nobody. He didn't trust. He was like, no ways. And me, I understand that. I work with, am I getting everything I need? You
mm,
know,
mm,
that's all
mm,
I work with, because when she goes to school, who knows what happens? I mean, sorry, to work, or she's
mm,
studying. in the lecture, we in varsity, when she's in the lectures there's a guy who's just the star of the school, you know? So I look at, am I getting what I want? Do I feel good when I walk with her? Does she acknowledge me? Do I get enough of that loving quality time? And I don't worry about stuff, but that took maturity. I used to be quite jealous and I had to work on it. And what I find is, and again, with a person like Milo, he would have such different views to me, like where I wouldn't let a girl talk to me like that, or I wouldn't do that for a girl. And it's like, why not? You know, I got another best friend, PJ. PJ was making dinner for this girl coming to him, and it met her like recently, like 2 months ago or something. So I'm like, you're making dinner for her? Like I thought certain things are too special to do for a woman that you just met, you know? Well, I still do, but why not? I mean, what's wrong with making her lunch? It's the same as taking her out. I mean, it's more personal. It says a lot. She deserves it just for being a human being, you know,
Yeah.
and agreeing to give you a damn number. So, but you get this backwards thinking, especially when you don't have a father at home and you're dealing with teenagers who are teenagers like you. They're just a little bit older, so you look up to them, and they're telling you all the wrong stuff. They got 18 years of life experience. You've got 16, and yet you look up to them. You know, so there's that as well. We need male guidance, and part of what I'm doing, even these videos, you know, as a rapper, there's some teenagers or people in their 20s that may look up to me. So I'm providing that service because I got lucky. Some people did provide that service for me of just giving me advice that a father would or a father should. And as I made peace with my father, he was also helpful in that sense, saying, giving me guidance here and there, you know. But there's a gap sometimes where you're becoming a man and you're looking at men to show you how to be, and you look at the men you like. A lot of kids are looking at TV now, like the rappers, their favorite actor, and that's where it gets
The
dangerous.
celebrity.
Yeah, it gets dangerous there because now the guy can't explain to you why he's doing something. He cannot tell you why he's smoking a cigarette. You go smoke a cigarette because you think it's cool. You don't know why he's smoking. You don't know why he's smoking weed. You know, whatever he's doing, you don't know why he's doing it. Number one, number two, you don't know how he manages it. So I had a mentor, another best friend, an older guy who I'd come to his house to borrow his basketball, and he's drinking some stuff. I think it was Movite. When I look back, I don't know. It was just weird, like porridgey, and he's got vegetables. Sometimes he's sweating. He's been doing push-ups. I'm proud of. I can do 100. He's like, I do 300 at a time. I'm like, shit. But it's like, you guys drink. I was like, what? Because I'd be like, he's an elder, right? So I like that he's cool with me. So I talk to him quite freely and I enjoy it. I'm like, what the hell are you drinking? What's this? And his response was, yeah, you guys drink and party all the time and forget to repair your body. How many guys hear that when they start experimenting with drinking and smoking? Like, just drink some water. You know, my father said, when you've been drinking, drink a 2 liter of water before you sleep. And then the hangover
That's
doesn't
very
happen.
true for, especially for papalas. I was just about to say.
Yeah. That's why, you know, my father even knows how long a beer lasts in your system. Like where you drink a beer, you're over the limit. If you sit this many hours, you're no longer over the limit. I don't know. Like we're talking like some years ago. I was just
Yeah,
fascinated.
yeah,
So, you know, imagine if I had my father like every day. Now some of these guys have their fathers every day and I get to feed off of them. So with Milo as well, his father would be right there talking to us while we're recording. After we record, a phone. That's how it starts.
Mag, Mag,
Okay, I'm trying
Mag.
to look
Wait. Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah, for Papa sometimes not. Uh, there's another thing that got my attention. Um, I'm just gonna say the two words. When you say ghetto friends, ne?
at.
Mag, wait, ne? Um, so I had my ghetto friends, and his more affluent friends. but my negative ghetto influence was more pronounced, and he helped me to polish me. He helped to polish me. So, um, ghetto friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's the yeah. Ghetto. I'm not sure whether I'm comfortable with the term.
I'm a hood
No,
nigga. I'm a hoodster.
and
Excuse my
yeah,
language,
yeah,
but
no, 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 no. Please don't excuse your
no.
language
I don't like saying
because
nigga. I just felt like saying it, but I don't like saying it.
anyway. So girlfriends, ne?
Mm.
No, go back. Gifundile, and then I went back to it. I'm like girlfriend, girlfriend. Um, how do you classify? Oh, it's okay. These are ghetto because, if you think about it, ne?
Mm-hmm.
It can be Uguti. We all from like Abumbali and whatever, and people would say Uguti. Um, that's ghetto. We from the ghetto or we from the hood, which I
There's,
much rather prefer.
there's being from the ghetto
Hood,
and there's being ghetto. There
true.
you go.
And then there's also the gutter. There's also ghetto, and then I think there's gutter as well. Because
Uh,
can also you can also Brian abantu who live in the suburbs and who are more
ghetto.
affluent
Oh, okay.
who can be ghetto as well,
There you go.
even better, even better, lower than ghetto. And then you should so so couldn't you have like said maybe like explain.
I'm telling you, in the ghetto, in my personal definition of ghetto, is a place of
Yeah.
death. It's not progressive.
The place of
Death,
dead. Yeah. Okay.
ghetto, because not every black neighborhood is a ghetto.
Yeah.
Um,
Very true.
Ghetto is a rough place. There's drugs, there's killing, there's social ills. Now, when you're a ghetto, uh, you there's just not resources around you to make you the best you can be.
Mm,
So,
mm,
that's why we trying to heal society because people from the ghetto, like Snoop Dogg and Tupac, they lack certain things, which made them
mm,
end up in criminal situations. Snoop would talk
mm,
about gangs. People don't join gangs because they want to be killers and do crime. It's for the love. There's no love at home.
mm,
So they form
mm,
they find a family in that camaraderie, someone
mm,
who's got your back. By wearing this bandana, automatically 100 people have your back, right?
mm,
That's
mm,
because back at home nobody has your back. Your father ain't there to have your
mm,
back. Your mother's angry
mm,
because your father left or your father isn't
mm,
there for whatever reason. So there's no love in the home. That's a lot of
mm.
the ghetto experience. And I'm using stereotypical examples of the ghetto
Examples.
where
Yeah.
it's in the songs, it's in everything.
Mm,
So when I talk about that, I'm saying in the hood where we drink, in high school, we're told what alcoholism is. They say if you drink more than 3 dumbies a day, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, what? You understand? So back in
uh,
the hood, we buy tray after tray or case after case in one sitting.
Jeez.
You see,
Uh,
that's ghetto. We're
uh,
destroying ourselves, but
uh.
we don't know it. So it's not normal
Yeah.
back there. When
Mm,
we fight, I was
mm,
taught you stab him so he doesn't mess with you again. Don't kill him. Like just
uh, uh,
okay. I do things
uh,
that make sense to me. So I've never stabbed anybody. I knock you out.
uh.
I think sometimes I did want to, but I forgot. There's one guy nearly, but they grabbed me because I
You
was like,
forgot.
maybe it's time to stab somebody today. And I just felt somebody
Even
pulling me.
wait. Even no wait. So you had the knife,
I always had a
and
knife since
then
I was a baby. since I was
Yeah,
16.
but okay, but you in the fight, ne?
Yeah.
No, I'm loving this. So you in the fight, and then you get in. Okay, you're doing your stuff,
No,
and
I don't
then
even.
you forgot to you had the knife, or you
No,
wanted
I
to stab
always
him.
do my hands. So the guy was on his back
Mm,
already, and I stood on top of him.
mm,
I think I put my foot on his neck or something,
mm,
because I'm mad. I'm talking to him now. And then I
mm.
thought, I don't know, I was mad because we were hanging out with these
But you
girls. I
forgot the
remember
knife.
he was just mad, like, I'm a nigga. And he's like, look, that's what they call rappers. And he was just rude. So I'm like, who is this guy with? Who is this guy with? Somebody talk to him. He is busy. And then I don't know what happened. Honestly, a friend of mine told me that I just said, I'm tired of talking to you. I don't know. I don't remember. I just know his legs were in the air. And, you know, so now, and it was after one of my events. So not all these ladies I'm with are scared and everything. But, that's the only time I
I
really thought
know,
about it.
I know,
But most times
I
it's
know.
just like hands. But I was taught,
Mm.
God said, just boom, don't kill him though. And a lot of my friends are like that. That's ghetto now.
That's the goodness.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. Me, na, I was not taught that on the street. Me no okok bama bang fundisa log.
Ah, gangster cocos.
And
ah,
so, anyway, okay. So I'm also I want you to tell me about because you talk about how you cringe at how your lyrics were so angry back then.
oh yeah.
Um so but it was therapy for you. In when I read it, um it came across as in okay, the lyrics were angry, so the writing was a form of healing. It was a form of it was like Latin, like where you express yourself, where you what? Talk to me.
No,
And what even got you so angry? What made you so angry and to the point you wrote such?
well, my life was messed up. I mean, for one, going into varsity, I didn't even have money to study. So at some point, I
Mm,
dropped out. So there's that, and there's just people messing with us a lot, calling us fags because we had long
Amanika.
hair. So
Ah,
lots of fighting, lots of I punked a
mm,
lot of people. I remember telling my big
mm,
homeboy from the ghetto, I said, bruh, it graduated. I said, homeboy, people keep dissing me on campus, and I don't know if they're your
ah,
friends, some of these senior students,
mm,
because I
mm,
want to stand up for myself. He said, and
mm,
excuse my language, he said, fuck that, you're my friend. Whoever comes
mm,
at you sideways, handle them. And boy, he
mm,
unleashed a beast. We'd walk past
mm,
and they I'm like, okay. The one time I remember we had bags and there's like 6 guys or 7 guys sitting down. And I was like, I'm with my friend. So I said, wait for me here. I put my bags down and I went back to them. I said, Kono Kuruma, somebody's saying something. 6 of them. They mad because the one guy said, no, we don't think you should relax your hair. I'm like, that's
mm.
my business. It's what I want to do. Now, what happened was, I mean, I did
And
for a
then
while, but it was like my cousin didn't know how to braid hair. She made me put something in it. Then I met these
mm,
Americans who were like, no, bro, leave your hair natural. You kill it like that,
mm, okay.
etc. So, but the point is, I do what I want. So I was telling him like, nah,
Mm.
don't worry about it. And then the whole gay
And
thing,
then
like, okay, well,
uh,
there's some songs where I'm like, it might be your goal. Don't laugh too hard. If you ever catch us, don't act too hard. Even though I stay black and
mm,
smooth because I'm a ninja, don't get me all fucked up. I also can injure. So I'm saying, like,
mm,
you calling me gay, but I'm with your girl. Like, that stuff doesn't sound nice.
mm,
So Dreamcatcher that I
mm,
spoke about also was like, oh my God, wars are fought on women's bodies. I was explaining how, like, as a guy that other guys envy, they want to get your girl to
mm,
embarrass you.
mm,
And So my point is I'm writing to all these people. Like I'm angry. I even said, bro, you take some of these conflicts too personally, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You see, but the thing is
Mm,
he had confidence that I didn't have. I might look like I was
mm,
confident, but it's like raw nerves. You know, when
mm.
you think you're ugly and someone says someone's beautiful, you think they said you're ugly. And they didn't even talk to you, you know? So when someone says you're soft, you just want to go smack him with a bottle, you know?
And you go nuts. Mm,
Yeah, so I was always ready to fight. And in the ghetto again, when we went to parties, we have knives, we might have a gun in the car, you know, we're ready. It's like
mm,
we're going to fight, but we're going
mm,
to a party, you know? And then
mm.
you're dealing with these other guys who don't live in the ghetto, and they just want to have a good time. They don't want to fight. They don't have to fight. They don't have to be tough.
Kambe Banu, Kambe, who said, somebody said, I can't remember whether, I keep telling you, Lama feet, they mess with my memory so much. Kambe, I can't remember whether it's in a song or some comedy person, stand-up comedy, which, how can you say you're going to a party when you got guns, when you like all strapped up and the boot is full of like and underneath your seat, Mara?
Mm,
Oh, it was a friend of mine. It was a friend of mine, party who'd been doing that um for his whole life. Now he's grown. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. Lento would nalento yamaphathi iyangibhora. Nalento bumnandi iyangibhora. I want to change my life and whatever, whatever. So I'm like, how do you plan on doing that when you've been doing the total opposite all your life? So he says, the one starting point is these partying things, le ndaba zobumnandi. Engithi ngebumnandini, kodwa I'm strapped up. Actually, ubumnandi lobo. Obviously, if you're carrying a weapon, it ungathi it calls trouble. It
mm-hmm.
attracts trouble somehow, and then kube nesidingo sokuthi uyisebenzise lento oyiphethe. Yazi into eshoyo.
Real talk.
And now where you walking around
Oh yeah.
with that ukuthi yazini
You can see he has a
started.
gun by how they talk. You can
Eh,
see.
eh,
You can just see this guy is
mm,
strapped up, and we strapped up too. So what's going to happen now? And
calm down. Yeah, uh, anyway, so how was it therapy for you? Writing the angry
um,
lyrics and stuff.
well, it's releasing aggression. Some people
Yeah.
going to the shooting range, they go shoot off their gun. That's therapy. Most people playing sport, going to the gym, jogging. Um, so to express this thing without going to the person necessarily, I'm trying to forgive myself, but some of the stuff is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that he's a producer. He makes the instrumentals, and then we also record together. So we've got our songs together, where there's some level of control of what we're doing, we're talking about, because it's both of us. And then my songs come up, and I'm talking to all my enemies through the songs,
Mm,
right? And
mm.
so he's recording me, and he's hearing all this crazy stuff. And
Who's this now? Is this
Milo, sorry,
Milo?
yeah,
Oh,
Milo's
okay.
a producer.
Okay.
He's like our
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. Um,
Mm,
so so you know, because I'm now more spiritual and I understand,
mm,
sometimes when I'm sitting with you and I
mm,
get a phone call about something, someone pisses me off, I hang up. Whoever I'm upset with is
mm,
no longer there, right? Now I'm telling
mm,
you what I'm angry about. Hey, yeah,
mm,
she's full of whatever.
mm.
You feel that. You're taking that.
Ayangijwayele.
You're not
Ah.
that person, but now you being sworn.
Mm,
It's you who gets all the energy. So when I'm rapping like
mm,
that, and he used to tell me like maybe he was nervous, maybe he was humble, but he'd tell me strategically, like
mm,
he'd tell me stories, like he'd say, Pop Daddy talked about how he'd hang out with Biggie, and then Biggie
mm,
goes away, And Biggie comes back to the studio rapping real aggressive, real hard, like super angry. And he'd leave it at that. He didn't have a point to his story. And yet that was me. Like I had songs like that, you know. One song in particular called A Little Disturbed. I like shout the whole song. Take a gun and shoot me, I wanna die. Send me suicidal, send me homicidal. My eyes never cry, or I die. My grains be a legend. Us hell, my sentence for sinning will be served in heaven. You know? Help me shoot
if I
out the
could beat
memories I
dogs, I'd
cannot
be
put
like,
out of thorough physical and mental beatings. My thoughts are too loud. You know, so you know, so he's gotta handle this energy. I make a mistake, I gotta start again. You know, producers suffer like that.
yeah,
Like if you got a guy like
okay.
Bless the Dead DMX, you know, with an angry energy in some of his songs, and you the producer, you gotta cleanse somehow after that. But you don't know what you're doing when you're younger, you know.
True. But also, also, I like the fact, I actually like the fact that that's how you took it out more than, rather than actually going out onto the street and doing a whole lot more damage than you already were. But,
I kicked a little bit of
but
ass.
yeah, ngisho kona ukuthi it's much better to write about it because abanye abantu ngempela, when you think about it, like their whole lives are just full of izinto, disappointment after disappointment, and you can't not have anger,
An outlet.
yabona?
Oh yeah.
And you need an outlet. And if kukuthi you can write, that's that's great because nakhona you're reaching out to someone who's going through the same thing. But
Yeah.
kukuthi sometimes you go overboard and then you be telling that young kid who's listening only hears a good, oh, so if I'm angry I should just get a gun, go pop somebody, like where's they show.
Right. Real
So
talk.
I think ukuthi even with Milo was really clever, man, for that age. Was really smart to be strategic ukuthi akhulume nawe like like that. A lot of producers just want to make that paper, get that out there. If the beat is good, I see cheap.
Yeah.
Instead of ukuthi aibo, lo muntu ngempela, there's aggression here. This person needs help. He's like reaching out. And
Right.
if ukuthi kungekho umuntu who's like, dude, let's talk.
Real
Yabo?
talk. Yeah. And you know,
Mm,
so he's the kind of guy who also shouldn't be my friend anymore, but it still is, you know,
mm,
because I was real messed
mm,
up, especially when I started like hitting the streets a lot. But also
mm,
my psychologist, which a few years ago, 2016, right? This is years later after my recording, it told me
mm,
that being a writer, writing songs,
mm.
even if it's not about yourself, the fact that you write something and you say, I don't like it, and you scratch it and you redo it and you perfect it, is a study of
Mm.
self. It means you
Mm,
know
mm.
yourself very well. And she was saying that as a result,
You progressing.
yes,
You
but
progressing. Mm.
you understand yourself much better than most people you're gonna deal with. Because for 20 plus years, you've been studying yourself, you've been analyzing yourself, correcting yourself,
I,
deciding what you
I
like.
I think more than even your therapist, more than anyone can understand you except your maker.
Yeah, that's real.
Mm.
So yeah, man. But so some things you appreciate in retrospect, like wow.
Ah, kunento lana Brian, um, that that I'm really curious about. Um, we have a little boy at home, and well, amantombazane, it's a woman full of, I mean, it's a house full of strong women, ne?
Yeah.
So we're raising a boy in this family full of women, ne? Even the grandchildren are, the grandchild is a girl,
He's the king of
so he's the
queens.
only man. Manje, there's some things. Obviously, mina, umana calls me, umfana wakhe, ne? and stuff.
You're the boy.
And yeah, I grew up like that. Abanye
Okay.
babengibiza tomboy. You know, man, the story. Some used to call me a tomboy. Some even thought I was lesbian,
The funniest
and
is you
some
named
used
after
to
your
think,
father. That's the funniest one.
yeah.
What?
But Ulinda is but Ulinda is
I
unisex.
know, but it's like,
You know,
yeah.
Axiolo Linda, Ulinda man, Linda,
Mm,
Linda. Anyway, so okay, I learned a lot on the streets. I
mm,
learned a lot on the streets. I spent a lot of time on the streets. Uh, Streets really helped me up,
you're
like
a thug chick.
grew me up. And I really was.
Mm,
I still am. I think
yeah,
that kind of never changes. But ukuthi you grow up,
of
yabo?
course.
You grow up, and then when you grow up, it's not ukuthi the lion is out, is totally out the bush.
You
The
can
bush
take
is always there.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The lion is just being strategic now
All
and
right.
exercising ngathini, other what domains of his kingdom in a way.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Um, so
Tell me about this boy
in law.
now.
So now Uspe, um, oh, it's I see things in him and sibuza nokuthi, "Ish, like the questions are coming, the girls are coming. How are we gonna handle this? Ne? And because now nature, we kunezinto ezenzayo and you see ukuthi, oh Lord, nature. So,
Mm-hmm.
now when you all women in the house, you can strut your stuff, from the bathroom and just be strutting your stuff. Now you can't. Now you gotta respect him and be like, even though he's still young, but you gotta respect him.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes sure what he makes sure what his presence is felt. But there's something you talk about what uh, well, I'm taking it's Milo's dad that sat you down and would talk to you about um, women, the sex talk and the talk and stuff like that, the music business, Zulu culture, family, and life in general. How does that go? And this is now nam saying ngiyafunda here because I really need it for Uspe. Yes, yes, kukhona izinto engamtshela zona, but at the end of the day, I'm still a woman.
Right.
Uyabo?
Not hard.
Um, yeah, but how do you how did he approach that I'm really interested in that. How did he approach that talk that talk?
Oh no, it was easy. Well, okay. So I'm going to answer your question in two ways: how you do it to a young person, or how I think you should, and then how mother's father did it. He would just you see, we'd record in a room, the study. We'd record in the study, very makeshift
Mm,
stuff, and then
mm,
sit in the lounge and watch TV. Right. So maybe it's like
mm.
10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Too late to
Isiqedile isipho
record.
sakho?
Huh?
Can you finish your sandwich?
Yes. Yes, I
Oh,
have.
oh.
So we'd be in the TV room and he'd arrive and his
Mm,
food was always kept in the microwave. So he'd come and eat, right? While we're watching a movie, he's next to us eating. And then
mm,
after a few bites, he starts talking, Mafan, boys,
mhm,
and
mhm,
what are you doing? Are we recording? Okay, where's this thing going? You know, he knew how to break
mm,
the ice.
mm,
And then, do you have girlfriends? Like, just like that.
mm,
And one doesn't, one has, using condoms.
mm.
Straight up like that.
Are you serious
Yes.
like that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. He was precious, you know?
Oh my God.
And, obviously we're 19 and 20, you know? Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, you
uh,
just talk about stuff like that, like a degree, right? You guys need to still get your degrees, you know that, because a degree opens
mm,
doors. When you have a degree,
mm,
even if you want a record deal, they say,
mm,
oh, here's a degree, come in. and they sit and listen to you like a man. So you have to get your degree, even if you don't want to do, you know. So it's just basic, like just sit next to the person and pop a question, and that's how you do it. But with the youth, it's hard. I got nephews, you know. Some of them follow me again. So with my updates, I'm strategic when I write. A lot of people don't understand this, that from 2005, I've been doing this before it was Facebook. What I do is out of 100 people I'm writing to, every time I write, I have 3, 4, 5 people in mind. So this one is for those people. So my point to go the long way of answering your question is with my nephews, I show them a healthier lifestyle. I'm not flashy. I show them what's going to make them win every now and then. I show them the relationship thing. But books, the movies, you bring things into the home.
What ages are we talking about?
They teenagers, 15, 16, 18, but they're not close to us. They visit Gogo, my mother, every now and then. And it's just, it's awkward to talk to them. So for example, I was watching basketball with the other one. I don't think he plays it, but I explained to him that basketball, you score 2 points at a time, and you don't get excited when you score those 2 points or the team scores. But soccer, you work for that one goal. The score might be 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-1, but that every goal is just so precious. If you score and every goal is devastating, if they score against you, like you have to just. So it's a fight for that one. And yet in basketball, you celebrate at the end. Even the seconds is stopping time. So if there's 2 seconds left, or let's say 5 seconds left, that 5 seconds can last a minute. Because a person gets the ball, you foul him, and stops. 4 seconds now. Then they go shoot. 2 points, 2 shots, right? And then so life, some problems are soccer problems, some problems are basketball problems.
Basketball.
You know, you can't lose a house. A house, I think, is like soccer. You got that one house. You might have 2 houses in your lifetime. 1 or 2. You know, that's 1-0. Now, with things like cars and jobs and girlfriends, maybe, you know, as you progress through life, you're gonna. So you just find a way. You gotta be clever. You know.
At what age do you think we should start? And I'm asking this because manje, now generation, you get kids that are 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. They already um they're already sexually active. They're already exposed to these things. We haven't learned, and the videos that are on social media.
Music's killing our children.
Even not even music, ne? Nje as thina as a society. There's things like for example. There's words that I still can't say from way back then. Because she told me with isiZulu excuse me, isiZulu sikode. Like some words are really harsh, you know, they're really harsh. So and they almost like vulgar.
Yeah.
So even though ukuthi isiZulu and it's proper, but instead of saying umfazi, say umuntu wesifazane. You know,
Yes.
umfazi is much stronger and it's a bit vulgar to an extent.
Right. Like saying woman, like hey
and
woman, you know, it's not a swear word, but it's not nice.
It's a bit when a context, yeah, everything and some things should be said kwezinye indawo, not just nje anyhow. So that's why I'm asking at what age, because ley'ngane lezi and esikoleni, I think othisha nabo they under pressure now ukuthi yes, we have this job, we're dealing with these kids, but nani nabazali, nani we have to meet each other halfway. Ukuthi sikhulume this sex talk. If kuwukuthi izoqala uthisha, firstly, kunezinye iy'ngane it's embarrassing to some and whatever. So some will feel more comfortable if they kaya in their own comfortable space.
Right.
Some don't feel comfortable at kaya, but will feel more comfortable talking about that from or hearing from about that from a total stranger. But
Right.
at
Okay.
what age do you think?
No, it's not about age. Every age is fine. What you gotta do is find common ground. There's a song they like. What is that song about? Why do you like it? You know?
Mm, mm,
Do you have a girlfriend, even if it's 10? Why
mm,
not? Well, good that you don't have a girlfriend. You're not ready. I don't recommend it.
mm,
You got so much stuff to do. You want to play soccer with your friends, whatever. It can lead from two questions to get where they're at. You understand? Like,
mm,
you don't need a
mm,
girlfriend right now. You're only young ones. Don't rush it. You know,
mm, mm,
and be strategic about it to see where they're at. If they like
mm.
this rapper Big Sean said he got the hiding of his life
Yeah,
for
yeah.
playing Snoop Dogg when you during Thanksgiving when he was a kid. So see the music they play, see the music they play, and just what they want you to buy for them. That can lead to a conversation. You know, that's what I'm working on with my sons
But
already.
Nelondunjana, even radio, just radio,
Radio is
the
terrible.
songs on radio.
Black radio is terrible. Black radio. Play East
I-
Coast
I-
radio. Don't
I-
hear that nonsense there.
no, they play East Coast 5 FM,
Mm-hmm.
um, and all these, and there's certain days, and bazine khathi manje ukuthi oh, it's going to be hip hop. They love hip hop,
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's at night.
and stuff, and uthola ukuthi um, I'll be like, heck, because that's why I'm so particular ukuthi if I'm playing my music, I'm gonna use earphones. Go back, ngiyazi ukuthi there's a lot of swearing and whatever, and I'm trying to keep them from that. Even
Mm,
the sexuality part,
right.
in that. But best mina ngifaka my earphones, and then there I go, ngizwe, um, um, what shine bright like a diamond. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
uh, radio ngenze njani ngiyicime like
Can't you?
you can't keep them in a bottle.
Mm. All right, listen. We're going a bit into time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of there's moments. They call them teaching moments, and that's what Milo
Mm.
is doing for me in a sense, where he just find a way to talk to me because I was also a bit temperamental. Sometimes it's like I'll sulk or something like that. So poor guy. When you're dealing with a sensitive person, it's like, yo, bro, I don't think that's cool. Oh, why? I'm not saying I was scared of me. I'm just saying, like, it's like, fuck, bro. Like, oh, excuse my language, but I mean, yeah, you could see the frustration sometimes. Like, we act like this, you come and act like this, and these are my friends I'm introducing you to. So,
Mm.
teaching moments, like, bruh, we don't like what you do. You overdrink, yada.
So to to sum this whole thing up, they're good friends, they're bad friends. At the end of the day, you are your own individual. Um, Especially now, you adulting, or you already are an adult, or you need help to become an adult. But some adults must say we adult right now. So yabona
Absolutely.
ukuthini?
They're still
Um,
teenagers, old ass
yeah.
bodies.
So yeah. So you're doing stupid things in your 40s or in your late 30s, right? You gotta wake the fuck up
Mm-hmm.
first. Number one, you gotta wake the fuck up, and because iy'ngane zakho, they're not learning anything from you.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
not giving anything to society. You're destroying instead of building.
Mm.
So come on, do something
Stay
productive.
there. Yeah.
Wake up, yeah, shape up, or just go
Shit out.
disappear.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this. It is
Well,
like so great. It is like
yes, yes, yes,
so
yes.
super great.
And get the book, subscribe, share, like, tell everybody, and comment. Tell us if you like us, you like our conversation. We're too short, we're too long, but you know, it's life. We're living, and we're learning together. We're growing together. We don't have all the answers. We just have a few answers, and we have a few questions you can answer with your friends, and have such conversations like this
Hey.
here. So thank
Mm.
you.
And also, one more thing. Keep this in mind. Oguchi, we have so much time to talk about such stupid and unimportant stuff, but love and love is beautiful
Oh
and
yeah.
is supposed to be shared. So let's talk. No matter 2, 3 hours, so what? You learning. So
Yes.
cut us
Yes.
some slack, man.
See why I
Yeah.
love her so much.
And hum-
You are
mm.
beautiful. Thank you.
We love you.
All right. Peace. Bye bye.
Eat
Love.
the